Alright, let's make an intro for YouTube. I don't know when this actually starts, but surely kinda soon, because we have a lot of players on the server already. And I think it should start at any moment. Yeah, Maji Monday final. Looking forward to that. I was of course trying to qualify for this. Had some second places before I then finally made it. Was really happy I made it already early on already, so I didn't have to go through that much pain as Granati had to. But yeah, somehow, and even though I had 3 for multiple weeks in a row now, I have not been training. There were so many other things. I built a Cup of the Day map, I did the Trackmania Awards show, and I did also the result show for the Trackmania Awards. Then I had this one day with my triple or even quadruple, which also took then some time. And then on Saturday evening after the result show, I played a competition where I thought it's maybe 1 hour long, but it was indeed 4 hours long. And now my father arrived and I had to clean up everything yesterday. And yeah, so my main training was just today. And I went quickly through like 20 remaining maps from the 24. Like a few I already saw and trained, but of course not all of them made it into the map pack. Some maps were left out. And yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, because in theory it was perfect. I had a lot of free time. I could have basically no-lifed this. But there's something that prevents me of doing that. Like maybe this thought, there are of course weird maps and weird parts, and what if you just get randomly knocked out because of one of these parts, and then yeah, and then you no-lifed so hard just for nothing. And then the other thing is, I saw these crazy locals and seemingly many players. I can again show the list. We have a lot of French players, of course, in this final match. Many players practiced a lot, and yeah, this is definitely then difficult. We have of course 2 types of maps. We have the weird maps where you can get knocked out because some weird stuff doesn't work if you don't understand. There are parts where I really don't understand how to do them, where I just have to pray that it works. And then there are the pace maps, and the pace maps are of course super difficult because all these players that are well prepared and are just good players, on a pace map you might just get knocked out. You might get just outpaced. There are not that many big mistakes and so on. Yeah. So tough. But yeah, we will start now. I'm the last one with ready, okay. No hill. What we do is that every single map, we play every single of the 24 maps, and on every track we play 3 rounds and we gather points on these 3 rounds, and whoever scored the least amount of points gets knocked out. On the next map everyone starts at 0 points again. It's basically a knockout mode, but this knockout mode doesn't go over 1 round. The knockout mode goes over 3 rounds instead. Players don't know the map order. It could be any map order, it's randomized. And this seems to be the first map. We have a bit of warm-up, okay, that's nice. This map has this jump twice. This is the main part to survive. Somehow I struggle now with this. Yeah, This is one of the tracks that I only drove once and not the second time. So I'm glad we have a bit of warm-up to get into it again. On this first map there will be multiple knockouts, so it's not just the last place driver getting knocked out, there will be multiple. Alright, good luck, have fun to everyone. And once I am out, I need to stop streaming, I guess. I think I will just do it, but I will record the rest. Like I did it last time. So I can upload both to YouTube. Yeah, that's a great start. Of course it didn't work in the first round. It's not the start you wanna have. I hope that I make some positions here. 24th. I mean, that's not that good. It is the first map, of course. And there is a chance that some players don't really know the track too well. No? You see, I get 12 points. It's just a 1 point difference between every position, so it is literally just about the average. We have multiple DNFs, interestingly. So I have a bit of a lead to the very last guys. Okay, I forgot how to do this. But it doesn't matter if I survive these parts. Also, it is definitely not fast what I'm doing here. And there are multiple tracks like this where you just pray to survive. Okay, so in 18th place. This might be good enough to be safe. We have especially 2 players with 0 points, again far in the back. That really helps. But you see also such big names like Binks 26th. Ren was very far behind in the first round. It's crazy. Like, there are of course really good players that also get some bad rounds. But yeah, it is for many players good that this map is already over. Once we play the map, it's then out. Can't come anymore. The map order plays a big role today. It decides a lot for which player can go how long. Okay, so I'm survived the first map. We stay in. It was also a decent position now, the 13th. We have 2 players far in the back that already got good points. Elcon DNF, is it true? Seems to be true. But yeah, from the players that are behind, we have Nice, still needs to finish. And we have Jakoi. And those 2, like Shynek saved himself, it seems like. Because I think it's only the last 2 being out. And that should be Jakoi and Nice. Jakoi was the guy that knocked out Granadi in the final. Yeah, Granadi made the throw. Okay, Jan van Achtern with that Discord thing. I also was already thinking that you have to do that. Okay, this is a pace map. So it is definitely helpful for me that we play this also early. Because in the later stages, when we have only the very best players in, I see myself not coming through here. Now I have a chance to... Like, my pace is hopefully good enough. I can also tell you that there is one thing... we have only short a moment now. There's one thing that is difficult for me in this format. Because it's kinda knockout, no? And you don't want to have bad rounds. So I try to not crash and get 3 clean rounds. But it is not safe to stay in. Because if I always get quite bad positions with that, then I'm always in danger. Like after 2 rounds of kinda bad positions, I'm gonna be in danger for later rounds. Also this is now an example. I'm 23rd, but I'm not really safe with that yet. No? Because all the players that are behind me in this round, they could of course score very good in the next round. And then suddenly I'm super close with being knocked out. So this is a very dangerous thing for me. And I kinda want to save, no? But you can also save yourself by just driving faster. Like if you get a very good first round into the finish, like if you got like a top position there, then you kinda safe. No? And this year's not that safe. Only, like I really drove slow there. I had a very bad ending. But yeah, you see however that 3 players do really have bad points. I'm not really out of the picture there. But you can of course hope that there are players that are just really not that trained on this map. And that they will always land behind me even with my safe lines. I mean, if I don't crash, I get still some points. So to catch that up to me, they would really need to be in the top places. Also 22nd, that is hopefully enough. Yeah, you see that's 9 points for Nathan. He goes up to 10 points, but he will still be out together with Matt. Those 2 are out. Then Rini on 12. Yeah, but you see why I felt like this map, please, don't come at a bad moment. A bad moment for me would be if this map comes in the top 15 or something. Unless we have only 1 KO there. Also as long as we have 2 KOs, it's of course also more dangerous than when we are down to 1 KO. I don't know when the change is gonna be. Hazard is out, and is not out, no. He was also far behind, but no, he's not out. Now we play Mount Hazard. This is a kinda skill map, but then comes the end. And the end has a difficult skip. Also here you have to be careful, as you see. Yeah, my training is really limited. Also on such a map, yeah, this should be one of my better maps in theory. Like if I was trained, this should be one of my better maps. But yeah, you see that I'm struggling with it a bit. So, and yeah, this ending here is the key part, where there is a risky jump that I will not do. I will only do the things that I feel comfortable with now. .17th, but then players like Vosile in the back. I mean, this is always dangerous because you know that Vosile can also get a first or second place. Like he can get one of these top positions and then he overtakes you. No? So I'm not safe ahead of him, but it is a decent score. Like the points that I got is pretty okay. That's always the question. Will there be like the 1 or 2 persons that always end up behind? Then you just need to beat them, you know? There's someone untrained on a map, or just if it's not the style for this person, not the track style. Well, if everyone is theoretically good, and you have then always some crashers, but all these crashers can also get really good positions, and it's dangerous. That's my position in this round here. It's also dangerous. Move up to 23rd in the end. But here, for example, Coco and Rini had 1 and 2 points, and they both scored the last 2 places again. So it looks quite grim for them on 3 points each. They would, to overtake me, they both need to do a very, very good position now. Also I feel relatively safe, and there are of course also some other players still in between. But yeah, in theory, I should, especially in the first round, go more, naja, controlled risk. Because if you just get a good position there, then you can already be in such a good position that you can save it a bit more. And you will be in. You don't really want to have this pressure that you need to perform in the last round. So we have Coco with big issues on this map, and he's out. And Shinex might be the other one. Yeah, it is, because Rini overtakes him by 1 point. Shinex out is quite a surprise. Because he is, of course, is he more of RPG player? Thought so, at least. Okay. On this map, I was 2nd place in the Maji Cup. I was in the final here. Against Scrappy. So this is the map where Scrappy qualified. I almost sniped him with the finish cut. The finish cut is now also such a thing. Depending on when this map comes in these finals, it matters if you should go for the finish cut or not. As it is now very early, you shouldn't do it. Because that would be very risky. Okay, it's getting tight here. Also some people may manage to make it, and I'm only getting 8 points here. That's actually crazy. Also I must say that I was quite surprised about my position during this round. Okay, I'm in danger here. Let's go. What a bad ending. I make some points again, but this is still dangerous. How are the players behind me scoring? We have of course some big scores. So Telnai looks bad. And I have a bit of a lead to best here, but I am really in danger here. I'm 4th last, but I'm equal with 5 other players. Ooh. Oh my god. Best here in Telnai with absolute top points, but from the guys that I'm equal with, I beat them by 1 and by 2 positions, and Patenwächter is behind. That was a close one, guys. On a map where I almost qualified by pace. That's actually crazy. Patenwächter is out, and then Sirose is out. Almost Hazard, almost myself. Telnai and Best here with a save. I wonder if they went for the cut and it worked. Maybe they also always went for the cut and it didn't work twice and then they were in this position. Hard to say. Ay. Also you see, my practice is really missing. Oh, and this is a very difficult map, I can tell you. Like, this is one of the maps I will struggle hard. I, however, hope that everyone struggles on this. Because this transition right here, also you can of course full speed all of that, no? And this is like the thing. How good are players in this? And also the start transition. Whoa, what was that? Backnet. So, and the finish, I don't know how that shall work. I do just this. Okay, 18th place is actually 10 points. Better than nothing. Yeah, also you see that this map is a struggle and there are of course big names behind me. Bren, for example, no? And they can of course overtake me with a good lap. Oh, I hate that start. Man. I'm not the only one though. Okay, I have to say I was actually very consistent in the start. I was actually very consistent in that start of my training. Nice magnet. Shoot. Okay guys, so now it's getting dangerous. And this is one of the maps where I also expected that. Thomas Shaw made 6 points, he had 2. He's behind me. And we have Rin, he is behind me. And we have Bren in danger. But yeah, those are the players behind. Making this super slow now on purpose. What the fuck? Why is this so random? Okay, this should be good enough, I hope. Position looks much better. 14th. Okay, Rin was ahead of me. Thomas Shaw is definitely out. Bren, as expected, he will get some big points at some round. But who's out? Thomas Shaw out, and he moves up to 23. And Hüll is at 21, so Hüll is out. Rin is again safe. Rin is also on the edge every time. I actually overtook a few more others. But yeah, what was that magnet? Like, you know, usually I was jumping over the whole thing, like, no? And now the magnet put me so much down that I almost didn't make the jump. I was like, wow. Why? Also Hüll is one of the players that had also records on some tracks, so he was definitely prepared. So that's one big name. So this is a map where I got third in the Maji qualifier, and it has also a cut, but yeah, as it comes so early, I will not do it. Because this is a cut I would fail now. And I hope that many others fail it as well, but this should be definitely a map where I have decent pace without cut as well. This is like my aim. I hope that I have a decent pace without the cut. That I can just get good positions with that. Let's go. Cut would be to turn around in this checkpoint here. And make a jump directly to this checkpoint. Gear, hello gear. Only 11th now because of that gear. But it's okay. That's of course looking pace-wise a little bit better than it was on other tracks. Not the best round, but it should be good enough on this track. as I had a decent first lap, it should be fine. So Telnai had only 4 points and now only scoring 1 point, doesn't help. Bestie is also in danger. Mika, Gaps, they are all quite close together. Bren is obviously cutting. He was cutting in the qualifier and got qualified on this track. Okay, so Lars finished bad here in this round. Is this actually a problem for him? Oh, I think he's in by 1 point. Dude, Lars was almost... yeah, Lars was almost out. Look at that. Look at the bottom now. We had now 3 players tied in points. The driver that is out, the 2 drivers that are out had a slower match time on this map now than the best player of this tie. Also, oh, we get last map. I'm not really feeling like doing the start cut. So even though this is the last map, it has actually a bunch of possible cuts. Actually more than you would think. Imagine Lars was out and then comes this map immediately afterwards. th place. Not the super greatest. Also ja, this map has 3 cuts. One of them is directly at the start by not doing PF but actually steering. The problem is, I don't know how much I steer. I cannot see that before my car starts driving, but if that first input is already wrong, you don't make it. So it's a bit dangerous. The second one you saw, it's after that wall bang. Right here to the left, you don't need this plastic bounce jump. So you can do this way faster than me with a drift and so on. But dangerous. I didn't like it, I don't drive the things I'm not feeling comfortable with. Of course, I'm always losing time with not driving this stuff in the fastest way, but people also crash because it's... At least I hope so. But yeah, I mean, you see my position. Some people crash because of that. Okay, Rosai and Rini behind, but yeah, Rosai is not really a big help for me. Rini, however. For Rini it looks bad, but the question is, who else could be behind me? I am in danger here. Because everyone else besides Rini got also good points. So it's another position like that, but can I survive? I do survive by 1 point. Ah wait, there is also this guy. This guy is out, Hazard. I'm overtaking Hazard. And Inferno also overtakes Hazard. Rini and Hazard out. Interesting idea, Omani, yeah. Okay. But you know, one problem is, of course, we have a lot of big names, but from the very, very big names, nobody got knocked out, which will make it much more difficult to survive from here on. Like from these really big, like who would you say was a favorite that is already out? Like so far it was only people knocked out where you would kinda also expect that they can get knocked out earlier. Scheiße. Oh, we have a pause. Oh god, am I lucky. I was not aware of that. I was surprised that there was a 0-0 on my car. Oh god, do you see how much I struggle on this map as well? It's always these pipes. The thing that I like about pipes is that people might do mistakes. By risking them too much. But what I dislike about pipes is if I really need pace to get over them. I hate that. Also this is another difficult map, even though I was in the final on this. It was a bit fixed now, this last pipe is a bit fixed. Oh god, slow down. Can I even make this jump? I don't know actually. I do. But I'm second last. Oh. Nobody made mistakes there. Nobody. I'm literally second last. I didn't think it was such a bad position now. Nobody was falling there. It was just bad that I got that slowdown. Yeah, I was in the final in the Maji qualifier on this map, but also without any pace. Because people failed. But now they don't fail. 17th only. Ah, there were people right in front of me. Okay, also. It is possible because also multiple other players had 2 bad rounds. But I need to score better. Nah, I got slowed down again. But I'm in. Yeah. Also Binks is the first big name, I would say. Maji wrote pause. But yeah, I don't know. So far, no. Uh-oh. Oh, actually a decent. Oh, Tark on second place. Tark was actually qualifying on this track. Accelerate. What am I doing here? Okay guys, we have another really close battle, and this time it's also with Lars. Lars is in there, I'm in there, Scrappy is in there, many people are in there. Yeah, I should be in 4th place, my best position yet. Lars only 7 points, but it will be fine for him. Scrappy only 9 points. He is equal with 2 others, but who's out? It is Area out. Oof, that was close for Scrappy. To be honest, I played this map earlier. 3 rounds I did on this map, and they were all 3 really good and were all getting better and better. It would have been so dumb if I was going out on this, because this literally went super well this track earlier. What I figured out is that going through the triangle is actually a very bad idea. From the world record I learned, yeah, you can jump through the triangle into the finish, but it was also differently fast for me, because the car was not consistently jumping behind the finish. It was sometimes still touching it a bit and bouncing me a bit away. But now just jumping completely high made sure, like, the more airtime I have, the more behind the car will actually jump. And then it was safe. So this was a good approach, I would say. Okay, so we have a small break, but we don't have a timer of it. And as also written down, from here on it will only be a single elimination. Also from here on, only one player gets knocked out on each track. Okay, so we have a pause PP. I will use that as well, because why not? And yeah, then we continue with the top 17. From here on it's gonna be super difficult, a short moment to see who is still in. Yeah. Okay, also some big names that went out, of course just now Wosai, Binks, yeah. Those are of course big names that are out. But yeah, who's still in? Scrappy, Snow, Lars. I don't know, one of the Frenches. Dark. Inferno is keeping in, okay. Vizzy, Bad Lulu, Mika, Tark, Elcom, Besti, Naimu, Brenberg, Scandia. Not to that. Pause. I make interface on and off, but there's only one single thing that is going on and off here. It's really barely anything. So we will be back at 08. This is in 5 minutes. Alright. So far so good. But from here on it's gonna be very difficult. The good thing is that only the last player gets knocked out now and not the last two. So it only needs one other player to have a bad map, bad 3 rounds. We also went through some bad maps for me already. That's definitely nice. So they can't come anymore. There are of course more bad maps. If they come now, it's gonna be very difficult. As I think mostly of this freebie map. I'm really not looking forward to that one. I'm also not looking forward to the map that I played during Cup of the Day, where I asked Elcon how this actually works. That is then also a track where I'm not feeling too confident. Yeah. There are some RPG tracks that I would like to see. There are maps where I have like some pressure because I feel like I don't want to be out on them. One of them is the backwards map because it's backwards, but the problem is I'm gonna change my pad there. The backwards map is the only map where I use my other gamepad. And I usually need some moment to get a feeling for it, so it's a bit dangerous. But just because it's backwards, no, I would like to just survive that, because backwards is in theory good for me. But this map has also the issue, like I'm taking the other gamepad because really the smooth steering is so much easier with it. And I already have the settings, I don't need to change my acceleration and brake here, I already have it correct there, like I want to switch them around for backwards driving. The problem is that on that pad I cannot go cam 3, cam 1. And in this last half looping, this can be an issue to not see where you go. Even though I just realized that cam 3 wouldn't help there anyway. Actually, the look backwards camera would help. And of course I have not set it up on that gamepad. Use crappy last Alcon and Brand would be perfect last 5. Also I would buy it. But we have to be realistic. With my practice, this is barely possible. Like I would need to have the biggest luck ever with which map comes when and how players play. Yeah. I also don't want to get knocked out on the track Marius, which is the map that I asked Maji to build. If I get knocked out there, then this is of course annoying. Then I basically did the wrong decision in what I asked Maji to build. Should have asked her to just build RPG, haha. Yeah. And so this is like an issue. yeah. Then as I said, there are still some pace maps. Against those players, they're gonna be difficult. And there are some, of course, maps with like risky ways where I'm also not feeling too confident, but I was also not feeling confident on many of the tracks that we just played, and so far it worked out. The thing is, it worked out, yeah, because there were still some also easier opponents that could get eliminated. But the opponents are getting stronger and stronger, and it's less likely. And also the remaining opponents are probably also prepared better than the early opponents that went out. Some of them went out because they maybe didn't practice one map too much. Also for example, I'm very surprised about Coco getting 3 really bad runs on that Mount Hazard map. I felt like he didn't really train this map a lot. Unless he went 3 times for this risky jump and failed it all the 3 times, I don't know. Something like that's of course always possible. I count basically on that. I count on that some players crash the first round and that the pressure will kick in for them and that they not survive then the first or second place. But we speak here of players like Elcon, Scrappy, they are actually that good, they do get a 3rd run in when it matters. So yeah. It is difficult. I had a lot of close calls already, but my idea of getting 3 safe rounds in so far has worked. Lars has had also 2 very close calls himself, but apart from these, he was actually never in danger. Lars is of course decently prepared, like when it's something for Maji, about Maji, when it's something with huge prize money, Lars is of course always prepared. I saw his times on the maps. He's not the fastest, there are like maybe 5 of the 24 maps he's really far in the front pace wise, but on the other maps he's always not too far away, but so a little bit in the midfield. So there are of course maps that also for him are pace wise then difficult. But as long as I am in, he is safe, unless he makes a mistake or 2. What time did I spend practicing? Today. Just today. A few maps I was training 2 weeks ago, but most of that just today. Quickly going through all the maps. Some of the maps I played in like 15 minutes or something. Try to learn the save lines. The thing is, there is in this moment where it really starts getting more difficult to improve your rounds performance. Yeah, of course you can hunt it further and get a better PB, but will you really be better in rounds then? Like there is a certain degree of how much risk I would go, and I don't feel confident with going more risk, and then yeah. Problem is of course that when needed in a 3rd round, and I know I need now a top position, then I am not able to do that. No? Also some players with their YOLO, with their hunting, they have the advantage that when they are really that much in danger after 2 laps that only a top position can save them, then they at least know that they can drive that. Yeah, for me the problem will be I cannot drive that then. I won't get a 1st place here in a round. It's very unlikely. Like for me it's really important that I get 3 clean rounds. In that moment when I have 1 bad round where I end up in last or second to last, the mud can be calling. And we had such a round. Also we had such a map where I started like that, second to last. And also the other 2 rounds weren't good. Also I'm really surprised to survive that map. No? That was lucky that there were actually enough other players also struggling. Because that map definitely could have gotten me. But yeah, with all of these maps that are not good for me and surviving them, they are gone. They won't appear again. That's a good thing. There are some maps where I feel more confident that I will survive against these players, but not a single map I would say is safe for me. Not a single one. Like every map will be difficult. And then at some point the chance is just there that it goes wrong. This, for example, is a map where I feel more confident. I hope, of course, that the bumper jump works. Maji has it reworked. It is reworked. It should work better now. That was bad. Yeah, we expect Scandia to do well on this track. He is qualified through it. Also I had a very decent start, and then I messed it up in this one. I was too afraid that I'm steering wrong there. With that, I'm hopefully safe. The 7th place. And Visi. Also we have only one knockout now. And Visi had now 2 very bad laps. So he's facing elimination, which is good news for Scrappy, who is heavily in danger here. Of course. It's even a 0 pointer for Visi. But yeah, he's not far away from Scrappy. Also Mika's behind, so I should be quite safe there. I would think. But that was really bad. So I'm playing my best Trackmania there. I'm always so scared, I don't know. Alright. But I guess I get enough points. Let's see. Scrappy gets really good points, but Visi is out. It's of course just one knockout, and yeah. That works out well then. But yeah, this map could have come also later. Yeah. I would have been fine if this comes later. Because this was one of the maps where I felt good chances to survive. Now, however, we move on to a pace map. That means everyone might be fast on this. There won't be that many crashes, and if there are crashes, then by a player that has the pace to win other rounds, to get his good points back. But this is one of these super dangerous maps. It's a pace map and I'm not feeling too confident with some parts here. That makes it really, really difficult. Let's go. Okay, so you see what this map is about. Lars has actually made a mistake in the last turn. It falls down to last, but I am, of course, absolutely in danger here. Lars got 7 points. I get 4. Yeah, it's Lars and myself. And Inferno. Looks bad. Unless Scandia! We overtake Scandia. I'm in. So, and now comes the map where I have the feeling everything can happen. To me, this map feels random. I didn't find any consistent approach to it. And it might be that I completely failed this. I could also be lucky that I survived it 3 times. I hope that there is nothing too consistent that everyone understands besides me. I hope that others also struggle with consistency on this. Yeah, with such a part I could live. That would be okay. It would be an okay time, I would be happy with that. No idea what position I would get with that. that's fine. 4th place. Let's go. I'm happy that I survived 1 round on this already. And I see also players with struggles. That's a good sign. I was almost 3rd, but also almost 5th. Oh, Inferno, what's he doing? There is actually a safe way into the finish. Maji has fixed the map and added that. As she then also writes. That was one of the most stupid mistakes. Good that I already got a good first round. This is like the worst, dumbest mistake ever. On such a map. No? Danger now, a little bit. I will stay in. Bestia is definitely behind me. Joer as well. Good that I got that first round. Yeah, the Joer guy is out. Yeah, what happened in the last round is basically my struggle on this map, what I kinda expected to happen anyway. And in the second round where I didn't have that issue, I threw it away with the start. And that was of course dumb. So now comes Marius. Yeah, would be typical if I get knocked out on this track. The map that I asked Maji to build, Safe versus Whiskey Race. And as I said in the cup of the day earlier, I am doing in the start the safe way. On the other parts you can forget the safe way, like you cannot do that. But in the start I will go into the safe way, and if that is the reason that I get knocked out here, then Maji didn't build a good map. Because my task was that she builds a map where the safe way wins. The risky should be too difficult. That was my aim. Uh-oh. Hey, 8th place. That is better than nothing. Actually, Lars is out. Wow. Also, not out, but in last place in this first round. Scrappy had also a few maps where he had bad positions. I'm surprised that I got so far up with my safe start and then a very, very bad ice jump. another 8th place. I don't see Lars in the bad positions. How much did he score? 6 points. He's in danger still with that. Bestia is behind. Scrappy is also struggling. Also for me it looks good because just one player needs to be behind me, so. I don't know why I released. Wait, I'm still 9th? There must have been a lot of respawns. What the fuck? Also, I don't see Lars in the bad position, so I guess he will be fine. What am I doing? I don't know, I'm 8th somehow, again. Ah, Lars is there ahead of me. How am I 8th? Also Lars got points and it's enough points, but he actually was in danger. Look at that. Everyone besides him scored well and he would have been behind everyone, but Best here was just not good on this track and Lars will be in as second to last place. Yeah, I think that is what Lars would have said if he got knocked out on this track. Upsala. I guess top 10, but I don't know it for sure. I also don't really want to think about it too much. So on this map I qualified for this final. This is the map where I won my Maji qualifier. That's not a good start. Because I was not confident in one part. I was not doing it. It's another bad round. Okay, that is helpful, but Lulu dropped a bit further. So he's at least a bit more behind me. But I scored twice bad. On a theoretically good map for me. But it is not good anymore because I just struggle with one part. I just fail one part. that Lulu's behind again. And with that it will be good enough. That shouldn't have been a map where I struggle, but I played much worse than in my qualifier. Because I didn't really get a feeling for this one jump. And then the backslide into the uphill booster. In the last round I got that better, but then I wasn't able to jump to the right and get a good entry to the ending. Phew, that was tough now. Okay, this is you saw how much I struggled on pipe maps earlier. Like all the pipe maps that we had, I was in big danger, and that early on already when we had many players. Here comes another one. And this one, to be honest, naja, it could be it. But on the other hand, this map is weird enough that I could also survive. It's hard to say. No. What is this? Oh, it pushed me to the left. Okay. I never had issues with getting through the looping here. I never failed the loop. That's not a good start. It bugged me again. That was also such a yak finish. Okay, also Mika did the inverse from myself, and Inferno is behind. I got slowed down. Inferno scored better. He's equal with me, but I'm one place ahead of Mika. Mika is out. You know what would be typical, what comes up now? The ice map. Now comes the ice map, after Mika's out. We haven't played it yet. No, it's the pipes again. Oh no. People are doing an alternative start here, like a small cut. I don't know if they do that also in rounds. But if they do, then I hope that enough people fail there. And Inferno survived, he qualified on this track. Nah. I didn't even know that there is an edge. I was never stuck. I was never stuck there. Not a single time. Fuck. Eighth place is maybe not good enough. Scrappy? Holding on. To be honest, it would have been unfortunate if I got knocked out by just like 1 or 2 points on this, because what happened in the I need 3 decent rounds, and it would have been so easy to score well on that track in the first round if I just survived there. But the fact that my car was clipping there, I wonder what Lars is saying in his stream about me surviving. It's close on this map. But Snow and Inferno, they both were in the last 2 places in both rounds. Best position so far. Yeah, 2nd place. And it's Novus out, Inferno survives. Yeah, to be honest, this map also went pretty well. In the 3 rounds that I drove it today, I had 3 clean rounds and then I thought, okay, I move on to the next one. So the first 2 rounds that I drove now here in the knockout were kinda bad, and that in comparison they were pretty bad. Our map or 8 for the top 8. For the trophies. Ja, was ist das? I would say that was unlucky. I don't think that this was... I wouldn't say that this was a mistake. I had actually a really good start, everything clean. I was actually pretty straight going into this, and I can also tell you this never happened. I was never turning into 2 wheels there, never. Not like that, also not with such an entry. Ah, I got overtaken there. But yeah. Positive is that oh yeah, he drops even to last. I mean, that is helpful. Any point against Inferno is helpful here. Tark is also behind by 1 point. Okay. hope that he doesn't get the points. He shouldn't. He should not get enough points. It didn't really go well, this map. But so far I am lucky that there is always one other guy that has it even worse. There's always the risk that people have two bad positions and then like one sick one. Okay. What is this map? Oh, so this is now a pace map. Played today for the first time. Was the last chance map. Might be difficult against these players. But I was quickly getting a decent time on it. Yeah, actually I messed up this one blind jump. Otherwise, pace-wise, I could have been 5th or something. Too bad I didn't use my chance here for better position. Dark again in last. That is helpful. Nice. Actually second to last, but look how close that is. 16, 60, 50, 50, 15, 13, 12. Yeah, this was a pace map, but I feel confident on dirt. Especially on slow dirt like this. I felt always good, but on the maps where I feel good, I'm still struggling with the first rounds in the match here. Okay, this map. I have no idea. I'm having a pretty bad local on this. And I'm also not sure about my consistency. I don't know how good the others will be. This is not fast. Oh, he sniped me. I had such a bad speed where I didn't really know shall I now backslide or not. Yeah, this is definitely not a good map for me. I just hope that people are not consistent enough, but they are. Why am I not water bouncing anymore? Also people found something out with the start, we can already say. But the start is not as important. Otak, who was in front of me in the first round by 1 place, he got a really good position now. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in a fight with Maimo. We are equal. I don't know who has the better time in this case. But it doesn't matter because we cannot stay equal. He's 1 place ahead of me. This is it. Oh, how close was that? 900, 1/10. The snipe in the first round. Okay, no, he had of course now a better round as well. But yeah, I got really far, like, would you have believed that, the way it went? Crazy. And to be honest, on this map I would have been out anyway. This map here would have been the end. For sure. Still, of course, 1 position is quite a lot of prize money difference. So it would have mattered. So they kicked other players. I don't know if there is some rule that in the later rounds you are allowed to stay. Because they were doing action with other players by kicking them, I just stay here. I mean, I would be of course happy if I can just watch the rest and have 1 VOD with everything. but I get kicked. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's allowed to spectate someone through Discord stream, but I don't really understand. Am I now allowed to restream a stream? Ansgar, am I allowed to restream a stream? Can I just watch last stream? Is that allowed? Until he is, of course, knocked out, no? Obviously. And he got last. I'm not using his sound. That would be a bit too much, I think. I just comment on what I see. His first turn didn't look great, but he is on a good position and even pretty safe on that position. Yeah. Fourth, but fourth place out of 6 players, that's not really making it much better. No? You have now Bren and Elcon scoring bad, but the people that were on 4th and 5th in the first round were now doing really good. So Lars is in big danger. He basically needs to beat Elcon here. And I can tell you, okay, I didn't see the first map, the first round, but as I said from the beginning, this is my worst map. So this is the map. If that comes in the wrong moment, then I'm just unlucky and out. Against these players, I would definitely die here. Of course, against Maimo Jr., this was theoretically possible to survive this one round. But yeah, I didn't really understand this overall too well. So this looked not too great for Lars. He needs some crash now in the ending. And there is none. Yeah, I think similar to the previous Maji Monday, this was also the maximum for Lars. In the previous season, he was also getting knocked out at like such a pace map in top 5 or something. And this is just, these are just the maps where Lars and me then definitely struggle. Like even with a lot of training, this wouldn't have been easy to survive here. Okay, Lars is then of course, you don't see the match. Yeah. I didn't stream. If it's not allowed, then I didn't do that. Yeah, okay. Also. Lars will of course be unhappy about this map coming up now. Of course, if this map, for example, came for me still, I maybe also would have been able to survive one more round. This is definitely from Lars and me one of the better maps, I would say. Even though against those players you never know if that's enough. But yeah, this is RPG-ish and should be alright. When I see the player names, Elcon, Worker, Tark, Maimo Jr. and Bren, then I would definitely say that Maimo Jr. is maybe the favorite to go out. Usually I would say Tark, but Tark did really well. Like I think he's very well practiced and he does really well. On many tracks he was in the front. Worker is extremely practiced, I think. He has a lot of records. And Bren versus Elcon was last Maji final. Of course, when you see the big mistakes in this first round, would have been survivable. But at some point, your bad maps have to come. The fact that I got so far is crazy. I have practiced most of the maps first time today. But I was, of course, also lucky that there was always this one player scoring worse, often surviving by 1 point. I definitely cannot complain there. Of course, went out by a hair, by 1/10. That is the one thing that I'm of course a bit unhappy with. Oh, Elcon dropping 2 places here, getting last even. But he was first in the first round. Oh, also for Tark it's looking bad now, because the other players all swapped their positions, so everyone is super close together, and Tark, however, was the only one that didn't do the swap. So he is in big danger. He needs to score at least top 2. And if he actually has to win, like, a second place would only be enough if Elcon gets last, but then he needs to be faster than Elcor's winning round in the first round. Also, Tark needs to win. This is then easy to, it's easy for him. He knows exactly what he needs to do now. No? There is no thinking, do I save, do I not save? He knows exactly he needs to full risk everything. He is actually doing well, but I think it's not enough. He's getting the second place, but Elko gets third. It is not enough for Tark. Like for Maimut Jr. could have been close if Tark was first. There's one French guy that was Heath, I think. Don't remember when he went out. $400 prize money, that sounds really great. I didn't think it would be that high already there, but yeah, that's of course great. Yeah, the next map here. I was also unsure how to approach this. Also, I would say following. Against these players, if I was in at this moment, I would YOLO the start. Because I can be able, if I survive the start, I can be able to actually get a really good time into the finish, I think. Because there is not much happening otherwise. But look how good they are. They all got that. Despite Bren, maybe. Yeah, Bren might have not made it. But 3 of them made it really fast as well. Yeah, the battle for first would be more interesting, Maji. Because we kinda want to see who's getting the points there. Like, those are the positions, no? If it was just a 1-round knockout, I could understand to watch Bren. But the battles between Maimut Jr. and Elcon, they might matter in the end. There you see more. So I would hope that she focuses on that as well. So Bren, of course, needs to do well now. Oh, he gets not the greatest start. Actually, pretty poor one, but now 3 of them got it pretty slow.
Moin.
Oh, yo, Lars, hi.
Oh, you're still streaming, okay.
I'm still streaming. I'm streaming Maji.
Yeah.
It shows me that you are also live. Also, still shows
shouldn't.
me that.
I have OBS turned off, so it shouldn't.
Okay. I guess you are unhappy with which map came after you went out, but
yeah.
But it's
against these opponents, it's so hard.
Yeah, this map where you went out, I said from the beginning, whenever this map comes, I'm in huge trouble. But against these players, then definitely. But this was definitely one of my worst maps, the engine off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can tell, you can guess what I said when that map came up. I wish you were still in. Then I would have felt a lot better on that map, because then I knew I had someone that I could pace battle against. You know, with those guys, Even good pace would have been very hard.
So Brand,
Like my PB would have been fine, but you know, like it's only with PB.
Maimo, getting sniped. So now I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that close?
Oh
But
my god.
who has the better time? Is
yeah,
Brand
it's
safe?
time. Bren or Maimo.
I think
Maimo,
the plugin
wow.
shows it correct already there.
Yeah, it does. Maimo, Alcon, Worker. I mean, Worker probably trained the most.
And Elcon is just Elcon. He reaches just the finals in Maji Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maimo is a bit of a surprise. I mean, I could have knocked him out almost. Oh, now comes the backwards map. Yeah, sure, we were still missing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can also be very happy with 7th, I think, as well.
Yes. I know that you will have always an eye on my positions, like during the whole knockout.
Yeah, I always had the thing, like, I need to beat you, at least. As long as I beat you, I'm happy.
Half of the
yes,
maps...
I notice you and Inferno, like, on almost every map. Battling it out, and then always someone else.
The thing is, half of the maps I drove today for the first time.
Yeah. That's what I meant. I knew you didn't train much. So that is huge getting that far.
Yeah, needed some luck, but of course also a bit of skill at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this map is like, it's good probably for us, but it's also the question with these opponents. It's you never know. But this is the last map now.
Exactly, it's the last missing map.
I mean,
and then
all of these maps would have definitely been better for me than the map that came up for me.
Yeah, but at some point it has to come up.
It would have been still difficult, very difficult. Like, they are driving well. You look at this.
Yeah.
They're driving well.
Oh.
They're definitely very practiced.
Ooh, oh, wow.
Wow. Holy shit. Yeah, those are good times. Those are very good times. Like, I would drive maybe 36 low, 35 high, probably.
Yeah, for a backwards map I was also not practiced enough there.
Yeah.
And I also I use my smooth steer pad here, but I don't have camera change. Yeah, the last looping was I wanted to do that then in cam 1 always, just blind going in and hoping that it works out. Oh, Alcon with time loss. But
the thing is, even a mistake doesn't lose as much now. Even the last place is not like super bad.
If it ends like this, we have a triple tie.
Yeah.
Then the last round is gonna decide. Is Maimo the upset winner? Nobody would have named him probably. In the final, anything can happen because it's gonna be a new track. A map that Maji built exactly for that. Like, this is now a knockout round. Don't be last.
Yeah. She did tell me that the final map, I would like the final map, so... I wanted to really reach it, you know, but it's... I also didn't train enough for that. Like, I should just train more.
Yeah, I saw your times.
I only really started to yesterday as well.
Oh, also in a final between Elcon and Maimo Jr. I have a clear favorite. Against Worker, I would have seen
especially especially on fast learning. That, like, Elcon is so difficult to beat. Like, Elcon is maybe the best at fast learning anyways.
Yeah, last season he choked a bit against Brand. That was really not a good final.
Yeah. The map was just so weird. Oh my god, imagine that decided it. Those are good times again, 35-6.
Yeah, I mean, deserved for Maimo to get through. He was unlucky last. Worker sniped him there on the finish line. Now he got sniped again. But yeah, was consistent on this.
How much is this now? Okay. Bit over 500. Also, I just noticed now the prize pool distribution. Why is there only 1% between us? Really mad.
Where is this prize pool distribution?
On the left.
Oh.
Bottom left.
Ah. Only top 8 one? Okay. I was not sure all the time. I didn't check that. I was not sure if it's top 10 or top 8.
Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, it's also better to not know.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be very scared on that top 9 round, you know?
Yeah, I was really hoping that Inferno is not
And
getting a
Akon
good...
is fucking listening to the stream. Nice.
I was really hoping that
Shaking.
Inferno is not getting a good last round there. AO8 definitely didn't go that well for me. In the first round, this one roof hit that you have, my car flipped on 2 wheels, so sideways, which never happened there because I was pretty straight and controlled going into, but then it made a small 2-wheeler and flipped on its roof and stayed there. And in the last round, at this backwards driving, like when you go up the quarter pipe and then backwards down, I didn't get the gear. Is there a
Yeah, you
reason
need
for
to
that?
brake at a specific point.
Okay, yeah. I didn't figure that out
Like
in my
you
bit of
can't go
training.
high enough. You can't go too high. You can't go too low. Which was the map now that you went out again?
It was the map with this bug slide plastic wet wheels ending, the tight one,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
overwall in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there on the first round, I thought that people might be a bit more inconsistent on it, and in the first round, I oversaved the ending because I struggled with holding a bug slide over this edge there. So I straightened my car out to go over it, but then I had really shit gear and didn't really know, like I had so much low speed that I wasn't really sure, can I now bug slide or do I have to like a super slow turn to the finish, and I got sniped and was last. And then the points on that map basically were in the second round in a way where the players that were close to me in points got really good. And so I was then still in danger. But Maimo was, of course, equal with me. And the last round was pretty good. Like, my biggest issue on that map was... Okay, in the start I was often a bit behind, but that doesn't matter too much, I think. The biggest issue was my overwall worked in all 3 rounds, but in all 3 rounds I basically drove super slow over it. Like, I had to accelerate uphill still. And yeah, I didn't really learn this, like how to get it always good. And yeah, my ending
like
was perfect.
The trick
though.
for me was just to kind of go 45 degrees and then release, hold left. That's what I did. And I was scared of that map as well, like super scared, but then I somehow won it. Like, it was weird. Of course, I won the map before I went out, but that, of course, is a very different style of map.
Happened also to others, I think. Scandia, I don't know if he won that one RPG map, but he went out right after. Against me. But yeah, my ending was crazy in the last lap, like the bug slide. I risked it then, of course, had to. And I got it so well, but just the 10th missing to Maimo. Okay, how long does this take now until we have the final? I guess she makes it slow on purpose.
No, she just she got a wrong donation and now she's fixated on fixing that. Classic. Just how she is. Oh.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we get here. In before Relica. Okay, usually a bit longer, the final map, and the players see that for the first time. Sometimes it contains a few ideas from the tracks that were played, or maybe ideas from the tracks that we now didn't have, but so far I don't recognize anything.
Yeah, this is just clean driving map so far. Very clean to drive. Nothing super special. Okay, we've had that a few times. So far, I definitely would not like to play this against Alcon. Well, that's cool. That's cool!
Yeah, a bit longer.
Yeah. Bumper? Yeah, simple
okay,
bumper.
That is really not something too special. Like, we have these icy wheels on dirt bug slides, we have a normal bug slide. Also I think compared to the other finals with Elcon, he's this time definitely a favorite. Against Granati it was, of course, could have been any one of them.
Yeah, and with Bren as well.
And with Bren as well.
With Maimo, I mean, he's good. Maimo is very good.
Definitely.
But he's not Elcon. It's a problem.
Yeah.
We are not Elcon either. Like, I don't know.
Of course, there's a lot of pressure if you just lose your first point, your first round.
Especially if you see the pace and you think you can't get the pace.
Do they play until 4 points or 3 points?
I think it's 3.
Yeah, it was 3 always. Yeah. Nice, Elcon.
Okay, yeah, it's Elcon, by the way. 3 warm-ups. Oh, you can learn this map pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that you wanna touch your break button there.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. You just wanna go inside, I think. Inside triangle.
Yeah, risky though. Also this is definitely the key part of the track.
Yeah, I mean the backside as well, I guess.
I don't know how much you can win there.
I'd like to try the map as well. Pretty clean. I'm forgetting the word. Did you not watch the video? I'm probably nervous though. He's very nervous.
Completely not understandable.
Yeah, kind of like that from Maimo.
But you get airtime,
he
right?
just failed the entry completely. He gotta go more inside into it. 100% more inside. Okay, Maji says you're gonna go wider, but if you wanna win, you gotta go more inside, I think. Because then you get a better line. You lose more speed, which is good at that point, because you wanna go very inside into it.
Did you see that I actually played the seeding of the Cup of the Day? I was not sure if I should play Cup of the Day or not, but then I got only Div 2 and then I decided, okay, then not. But it took me until then. So $450 around is the prize money for me. I see that correct. It's a much nicer distribution this time. Also first place is not getting like...
Yeah, 33% is good. I mean, with 35 players, it's good. 8 players getting prize pool, I think, is also fine with 35.
Also, I can see Alcon throwing it away because he tries too much here. I can see that. This is the chance for Maimo Jr. But yeah, this
he has, like, he should learn it though. He should be able to learn. Even if Maimo wins the first 2 rounds or something, Alcon should be able to learn it in that time. He definitely should be able to.
I'm not convinced yet if this part is good. Like, it does not really look like there is a really nice line through that.
I think there is. They're just not doing it well. I mean, I'm decent at those, you know, it's like kinda one of my best diets, so I know, I'm pretty sure there is a good line that you can do consistent. It's a bit weird. Like, the checkpoint makes it so much harder, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
And that you can have too much speed as well. But I mean, that's on purpose. You can definitely get too much speed.
Okay, here we go. The first round, Maimut Jr. versus Alcon. Different lines, but equal. Alcon with a better exit here with the dirt outside. Was also wider ahead of this drift, so he gets better exit speed. But we all know that this is now the decisive factor for basically every round, I guess.
Maimo goes super wide.
They both fail it. And it's actually not a decisive factor then.
Oh, that's way better for Alcon. He has a better entry here and has more speed now.
Oh,
should
yeah,
land
Maimo
better.
fucked it up completely.
Yeah. And Maimo had a bad exit.
Now this transition here, and don't go too early downwards. This is fine for Alcon. The ending isn't too difficult, in theory. You have to make sure that you have a decent line to make the jump. Oof.
Oh, Alcon.
That was not necessary, but it's Alcon,
yeah.
So.
It feels so weird. Like, it's so much adrenaline earlier, you know? And it suddenly, like, evaporated in an instant when I saw... Like, it all, like, the adrenaline already kind of went away when I saw the tech map. I already knew that I was gonna get knocked out. Especially after the second round, where the two guys who were right next to me then got first and second, you know?
That was basically also what happened to me in the map.
Yeah, that was the worst thing that could have happened. Otherwise, I could have driven a better run, could have... Because in the second one I just saved then. First one I failed, the second one I saved, and then the third one was just over.
Okay, good line by Alcon. Maimo also does
better.
a decent, but this is the wrong round to do a decent. Last one would have been helpful.
Yeah. Does Alcon have too much speed? No, it's good. It's looking good for him. It's Maimo still not getting it. And I would like to play this so badly. Like, I think this would have actually been the map to beat Alcon. For me, at least. Like, it would have been still difficult, but possible.
Maybe for you, because this round here looks, of course, decent from him.
Yeah, it looks better, but it's not insane. And they had 3 warmers as well. I mean, at least it's possible. Like, on the... I think... I don't know. On other maps, it would be a lot harder. Like, Alcon is one of the best fast learners in the entire game.
So in the final map from last season, it was definitely doable.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That was a very bad final overall.
Yeah.
It had also this weird
but that was also
gear.
so yak.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay, so I think it's only going until 3. So if Alcon wins one more round against Maimut Jr., he is the winner of this Maji Monday and might be nominated in Player of the Year again.
Yeah. I mean, that he got it now 3 times in a row into the final is ridiculous. Oh, yeah. GG.
That might be a GG indeed. That's crazy that even these weird maps don't knock him out. Like, he was also almost never in big danger. Also towards the very end, then obviously...
Like, I wonder how much he trains for it then.
Yeah, he was early on my chat during Cup of the Day, actually. There was one track where I said, I'm really yak in this part, Alcon, can you tell me how to do this consistent? And he said, I don't know. And then 5 minutes afterwards he said, oh, I got now world record suddenly on this map, I don't know why. And this is Alcon, so...
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Oh, GG. Ach, Elcon continues. Okay. That's it?
GG. That's it.
Yeah, everything over. I missed the Fastler League today. I wonder who won. Still slightly rising, the prize money. Was good for us. Even though it doesn't affect us too much. Like I get now 5% more from $1. Yeah,
Okay.
this, yeah. I saw it coming when he was turning. I knew he was doing that. Is Elcon gonna get trophies for this? No.
Sadly not homologated.
Alright.
No, Elcon definitely does not want the interview.
So Elcon winning it, I'm really happy with my 7th place. It was thrilling on every single track. Like
I
there
noticed.
was barely any track where I was super safe before the last round, and there were multiple where I was in heavy danger. It's actually funny. How is he so good? He's still young. Okay, here we see actually top 10. Inferno and Snow behind. Otherwise, Worker was 3rd, then Brandon 4th, Tark. A bit surprising for me, but he was so good. Like, it was really also barely in danger.
Like all of the guys in front of us were really strong, you know.
Yeah. And also a few guys behind us. Oh, that Scrappy went out against me. I was so yak on that track. Like all the pipe maps, I really struggled, but first one was really unlucky for me.
It was the one with the circle at the end, right?
Yeah, in the first round, I did the safe way in the start, and I dropped down, and then my back wheels actually clipped at the wall. They clipped down, and I was stuck there. That was so unnecessary, because it was a very easy, like at least 3rd or 4th last place, no? And then I got last instead, I think. And that was so unnecessary. It would have been dumb to go out like that. Because I knew that on such a map, 3 safe rounds will be most likely enough. And then I had that yak first round. And that was of course huge danger.